Steri-LIVE is the best non-existent music festival that will never happen.
That is just massive and boundless in nature.
Wild, outrageous, creative and bizarre.
There's no rules in Steri-LIVE.
Steri-LIVE would be the best festival ever.
It's like a festival of the imagination.
It is a creative outcome where some incredible young people from across Victoria have come together to create new artworks.
Create this imaginary wonderland of the festival.
And so we have photography, we have video, and we have music.
And so they've been able to use art forms like those to explore what those issues look like for them.
Steri-LIVE is a very unique, cool concept that to me came about because of isolation.
The Victorian Parliament has been delivering a range of programs for young people for some time now. Circumstances surrounding the COVID-19 pandemic disrupted many of our youth engagement activities, but it also provided opportunities to try something completely unexpected. So we reached out to The Push and Arts Centre Melbourne to help us.
So Arts Centre Melbourne is lucky enough to have a dedicated learning space called The Channel. One of our main focuses is to put established artists in front of young up-and-coming artists to help mentor them and guide them in whatever area of the performing arts they're interested in.
So Steri-LIVE is this idea of trying to take all of this creative kind of energy and this potential that all of these kids have, and at the moment you're kind of stuck at home and there's not really an outlet for it.
My name's Lily Beltana. I'm 15.
I'm Claire, I'm 17.
So my name's Jude Harris. I go to Q High and Year 10.
I like music.
I like legal studies at school. That's pretty interesting.
I also enjoy playing sport, cooking, being outside, active, stuff like that, yeah.
Life in lockdown has been crazy.
It's interesting. I think everyone can agree it's a bit tough when you can't go hang out with your friends and stuff.
We wanted to create a sort of project during lockdown which would allow people to sort of reimagine a music festival and come up with something without restrictions or budgets or rules.
Music and creativity play such an important role in supporting so many young people to be connected to their community in the way that other mainstream pathways don't necessarily do.
One of the key challenges facing my friends and I right now, and I think all young people at the moment, is knowing what's there in the future.
I think everyone can agree, just adjusting back to life, it's a bit scary. Yeah.
Well, with the effects of COVID-19, the live music industry were really the first to be hit.
Oh well, obviously you can't go to gigs anymore, which is a bit of a bummer.
Live music is a massive part of my community, and I think my group of friends as well. I've met all of my friends through going to gigs and everything.
It's all about, I think, supporting each other.
We know that meaningful opportunities to engage young people are founded on collaboration and thrive on creativity. That's what makes this project exciting.
It's really important for young people to be connected for social and health reasons, particularly at the moment when everyone's feeling really disengaged.
We wanted to sort of use lockdown in a time where we're all restricted to create something completely without restriction and let the imagination run wild again and feel freedom in that creative process.
We've created this festival which is never going to happen, but that kind of gives you free rein to think outside the box and really push the limits and go, okay, if there weren't boundaries and barriers, what would we like to see? What kind of culture, what kind of inclusivity, what kind of eco-consciousness, and really just taking that to the kind of the end of each kind of train of thought.
Well, at the start we were trying to come up with just the weirdest stuff that would happen at a concert.
There was a lot of crazy ideas thrown around. In the map, we've put ourselves in bubbles and we've made it so you can float in them. And some of the stages are floating, and yeah, it's be amazing if it could happen in real life.
So my part, I'm in the audio stream, and basically what we're doing is creating all of these different stages, and all of these stages are of different genres of music, and we love the idea of like it being environmentally friendly but also like inclusive.
It's safe, it's eco-friendly, it follows social distancing and sanitation guidelines, and it's gravity defying.
And I've been working with the participants, having a Zoom meeting once a week for 60 minutes. And during that time, we learn skills. We learn about a music program called Ableton. We learn about songwriting. We learn about sampling.
Part of what we've been doing isn't just creating this one-off kind of event, this one-off promotion. It's been about teaching all the participants the skills so that they can go and communicate their own messages.
And across those creative outlets, they've been able to explore themes covering sustainability, representation, the environment, and personal safety, and all of these really important things that as a community we should all be engaged in.
It's really important for young people to be engaged with the issues that impact them, because nobody wants to feel like their life is being driven for them. They need to feel like they're in charge and that their voices are being heard.
It's kind of like creating the world that you would like to live in. And they've been really empowered to do that. Like, it's really been their drive and their voice and their ideas.
At the start, it was very intimidating, just because we hadn't even met like in real life.
Like, it's definitely harder through Zoom, loving those awkward silences.
You've got to really be prepared at home, like have everything around you that you need.
It's a bit weird, but everyone's really patient about it.
Also, my laptop kept dying all the time.
But as like an extrovert, like I think it's just been awesome. Like, I love meeting new people, but also just like listening to like the sorts of new ideas that are being generated.
So it's created like this really nice no judgment space. So I don't know, it's been pretty good.
I think the most rewarding aspect of this project has been just how smart and cool all the young people are.
It's really empowering. It's like, oh great, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, and it gives people possibilities.
Even realizing that you have the tools around you that you need to make something can be really invaluable and freeing people up.
I think this project we're working on really just represents the youth of like Victoria and stuff.
So I think like meeting new people and generating new ideas has been like the funnest part.
I've also learnt to work with new people that I haven't met.
They have come up with things which I could never have imagined, and I think most people could never have imagined. And the way that they've worked together has just been really, really cool to watch.
Don't be afraid to voice your opinion, because you'll regret it. And just to let everyone know that we're all in it together, so here's something fun to have a look at and listen to, and we're all in it together.